We are looking at cooler temperatures over the weekend with this storm, but the good news is it's a temporary return to wintertime, or at least getting closer to wintertime, as the storm will be clearing out by the end of the weekend. But we still have a lot to deal with today. We'll get into details on that in just a second. One of the things we'll have to deal with throughout the day is another round of wind. The jet stream, about 30 to 40,000 feet up, looking at around 95-mile-per-hour winds, but those winds do translate down to the surface with this storm. So we're looking at 50-mile-per-hour gusts in areas like the metro, and on the other side of the East Mountains, we're looking at gusts up to around 60, even maybe up to 70 miles per hour. We saw a little bit of that yesterday afternoon. We'll see it once again for today, although we won't see quite as high winds in the metro area. We're not under a wind advisory today, but we will be looking at those higher winds, especially in the eastern part of the state. And you will notice that it is cooler out there this morning. 35 degrees, the current temperature, just a little above freezing right now. West-southwest winds sustained at 13 miles per hour. We're looking at temperatures in the 20s and 30s across the northern portion of the state. 46 in Tucumcari, 44 in Clovis, down to the south in the 30s and 40s as well. Carlsbad up to 53 degrees, one of the warmer locations, but you will notice it is going to be a lot cooler throughout the afternoon. We knocked off about 10 degrees off of the highs from Thursday to Friday, and we will knock off about another 10 degrees today as well as our winter storm continues to move through. But we're already starting to work in some drier air across the eastern part of the state. So the east actually starting off with mostly sunny skies this morning, but we continue with that cloud cover across the northwestern corner of the state, and these are the locations that will continue to see the best shot of getting more scattered shower activity throughout the day. Most of the deeper moisture has now exited the state, but we are going to continue to look at a little bit of this residual moisture behind the storm system move in across the north, so we'll continue with the chance of a few snow showers, especially across the northern mountains, and a few scattered valley rain showers, maybe even a little bit of mix throughout the afternoon in areas like the metro and points west of there. By tomorrow, the storm does depart, and we will be looking at cooler conditions once again for tomorrow, but we'll also be looking at just maybe a couple of lingering snow showers across the northern mountains. But the big problem that we've had as far as getting the snowfall going in the valley locations is that we've had all of this warm air in place from the end of last week. So everything out ahead of that storm system that we saw yesterday was in the form of rain. By the time the cooler air moves in for today, most of the precip will be ending, just limiting the precip to mainly the northern mountains locations where we'll continue to pick up a little bit of snowfall. And that snow line, because of the warm air, has been above 8,500 feet, where we have looked at about a foot of snow. A few inches will be possible today below 8,500 feet, but that will be mainly north. Looks like we'll be mainly looking at rainfall and maybe a little bit of mix, but not much sticking in areas like Albuquerque. Southern Colorado temperatures today into the 30s with snow continuing throughout the day, and the winds will be gusty as well. Then more sunshine for your Sunday and into the beginning of next week as temperatures warm back up to those temperatures that we were seeing a couple of days ago. Over the northwest, a little bit of mix throughout the morning, and then things do start to calm down, especially into Sunday. More sunshine on the way for the beginning of next week, and afternoon highs back to the 70s by the end of the week as well. Over the southwest, scattered mix, breezy, highs into the 50s. We'll be looking at another chance of a couple of showers early tomorrow, and then more sunshine for the beginning of next week, back into the 70s by the end of the week. Over the southeast, blowing dust with winds gusting to 45 miles per hour, highs into the upper 50s to low 60s. We'll be back to the upper 70s to near 80 degrees by the middle part of the next of the work week, with more sunshine on the way. Over the northeast, very windy with winds gusting to 55 miles per hour. Could see a couple of showers, and those continue into early Sunday. Then more sunshine and warmer temperatures for the work week. Over the northern mountains, snow continues throughout the day, especially over those higher peaks. Winds gusting up to 60 miles per hour. More sunshine, less wind, and warmer temperatures on the way for the work week. Over the East Mountains, scattered mix, winds gusting to 50 miles per hour, highs into the mid to upper 40s. In the metro, we'll top out in the upper 40s this afternoon with scattered mix around, winds gusting to 45 miles per hour. Not out of the question we can't get a couple of just quick thunderstorms like we saw yesterday, and then clearing out for the beginning of next week. Temperatures warming up as well, and don't forget, switch those clocks forward 1 hour tonight.
Well, sounds like a pretty good day to stay inside.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those indoor days, but then we're back to the outdoor weather by the work week.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.